it's Danielle here in the Lavender and Bergamot kitchen, and we are experiencing a heat wave in California, and we wanted to talk to you about a quick and easy meal to make, and just also talking about salads in general as being something that you could add extra protein to and have it cold, and it's quick. You don't have to turn on the stove to do anything. So last night for dinner, I made a cabbage salad for the kids and I. We just have a whole head of cabbage and 6 green onions that I cut up. And this is about half of that what was left from last night, because I have a 15-year-old and he had, I think, thirds and maybe even fourths. So it was a lot of food that he ate out of here. So it was a much bigger bowl. And I didn't have enough sugar last night to make a whole batch of dressing. So I'm going to make another batch today to show you. It starts with a half of a cup of a neutral vegetable oil. Whatever you have on hand is fine. And the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of sugar. That's kind of a lot of sugar, but when you think about a whole head of cabbage and all the other things that you might be topping on top of here, it's not so bad. Sometimes I add like 3, sometimes I add like 3.5, but the recipe itself that I have, my friend Julie gave me this recipe, and this is sort of just the basic recipe. It calls for 6 tablespoons of rice vinegar. And I'm sure there's probably another way I could measure that, like an eighth of a cup and something or whatever, but we're just gonna go. I think that was, this one's the 6th one. Yeah, was anybody counting? I wasn't counting, I was talking. So I didn't count, but it's close enough. It's vinegar and oil. And I have a little bit of toasted sesame oil. I'm gonna put a little teaspoon or so of that in there for flavor. Now, like I said, this is your base recipe. Oh, salt and pepper. You need salt and pepper. You need about a teaspoon of each salt and pepper. So you could also add like some ginger. You could add garlic, fresh, crushed up into this, and oh, that would be wonderful. And so you can play around with the dressing itself and whip this up with a whisk, or you could put it in a jar and you could shake it up. The sugar takes a little while to sort of dissolve in here, and this dressing will probably be better like later on this evening because all the flavors and everything will have melded together. So that's the basic dressing. Now, I also top it with sesame seeds and almonds. And I toast them myself. I just buy a bunch of sesame seeds. It's a half of a cup of sesame seeds and a half of a cup of slivered almonds. And I toast them on the stove. I usually make a big amount at a time. I don't bother with this, like just only a half a cup, and then I have a lot of it made, so it's just ready to go anytime. So, and I keep all of the ingredients separate. So when it's time to eat, I have my salad, I have my dressing, I have my topping. Maybe I even add some like little crunchy things like these little chow mein noodles. You could add, like I said, some rotisserie chicken to add protein to the salad and bulk it up a little bit, and then toss everything together when it's time to eat. Because then later, if I want to just use this cabbage for something else, I have it and it's not dressed and it's also not getting soggy in the bowl. So things stay fresher, and they can be components for other parts of a salad later on. So thank you again for coming to the Lavender Bergamot Kitchen. Like and subscribe if you want to find more videos like this, and stay cool and hydrated.